I think we're good. Beautiful. Thank boys. Community post out. You know the drill. Right, there we go. Good. Right, I can't see stream chat right now, so a bit. There we go. What are we doing? How are we? Ugh. Hope you guys enjoyed Friday's video. Now I'm a little bit late for that and for the stream as well, so I apologize for that. A little bit late today. Half an hour later than I usually roughly stream, but hey, I'm never consistent with it. Gonna have a good bit of chat about 296 fight night yesterday, everything in between. New podcast episode just dropped, which is awesome. I had a good time today. We talked about the fight night card on there and a bit more in depth and just general antics of being a MMA creator slash YouTube, all of the things like that. Yeah, it was a fun time. What, man? Been a long day today. We're good. Back in the saddle. Gonna get some writing done for the script next week. I haven't actually decided what I'm gonna do. So, if any of you guys want to give me some ideas, go for it, man. I'd be greatly appreciated. I've got a video planned for next month when I'm doing the MMA awards. You know, credit to George actually in chat, who usually in here. He came up with a good idea for that. So that will be happening sometime next month. I started planning it, haven't started writing it yet. But in terms of a video for next Friday, I haven't got one. So if you have any good ideas, no, hit me with it. I'm always open to it. In fact, I've done a lot of the video ideas I've actually made have been from this very chat. So if you do come up with any, let me know. So. Oh, we get some people flying in there pretty soon. Yeah. Hoping some more people rolling in here pretty soon. It's been an interesting week actually, just for creating videos, because I again, as usual, I underestimated how much time it would take to actually make a YouTube video. Every time I leave it on the Friday, I'm like, oh cool, okay, I'm gonna have the time. You know, we've got not that much left to do, and then there always is way more to do than I think. So it's a learning experience. But the Conor McGregor video, I was really happy with how it turned out. If you haven't seen it yet, do go check it out, because I worked very hard on it. I was pretty proud. I can't lie to you guys. I was pretty happy with how it turned out. Um, it's not doing as well as I hoped, but hey, that's the game we play. You know, sometimes it ain't gonna go your way. never a quick road to the top. So, and that's where we're aiming. So, no. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day, morning, afternoon, whatever it is. Hope you guys are doing well. I've had a pretty chill day today. Less about UFC and just general career shit. More just chilling out, What would be good if my camera would on me? That would be good. There we go. Yeah, I've been pretty chill. What's good, John? How are you, bro? Good to see you. I'm good, bro. I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad today. Yeah, just recorded the podcast today. We put that out on the pod channel. And yeah, pretty chill day today. Just did the pod for an hour. And then I've been chilling out. But yeah, obviously getting the stream in as well. Do any martial arts? Yeah, man, I do jiu-jitsu. I haven't trained consistently in a while though, because I've been dealing with medical shit, which fucking sucks. Kind of keeping me out of it. I can still train, but it's just not fun, and it causes a lot of just. I don't look forward to sessions when I work because of it. So I'm trying to get that all sorted out, and until that happens, which probably won't be till next year, then I can get it back into it consistently. But yeah, I've been training over the last 2 years, but I think it's probably in total, if you talk about time in between, probably about 10 months. 10 months of jiu-jitsu, yeah, something like that, maybe 11. But yeah, I love it when I can actually train. I love it. Yes, very easily. Yeah, indeed. Well, I thought you said you were picking Colby. Was it you who said you picked Colby? I don't know, man. George, have you changed your mind? Or were you always back in Leon? I mean, you know how I feel. What's good, Bricks? How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. What's good, bro? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are all doing well. Put a really fun time. If you haven't, you can go check out the podcast episode later. MMA Creators Podcast. I've linked it in my community post, so you guys can find it. If you do want to go check it out, me and Will, we just ramble about the fight card on Saturday and all just everything in between. Bit of MMA content creation. As both being creators in the space, that's what we really want to focus on. If you have any guest ideas, actually, that's a question. If you guys have any guest ideas for the podcast you want me to try and reach out to, whether they're YouTubers or fighters, whatever, man, anything. I'll make a list. Who do you think we win, Prime Rakic or Ozdemir? I like Rakic, man. I still think, Prime Rakic, I say Rakic is still in his prime right now. I think ability-wise, he's far better than Ozdemir. But they're both good contenders. Just came in third in my Nugget just on a dope, man. Well done, bro. I competing is such a that's awesome. Did you get any submissions? Competing, I was only saying because competing is such a different environment to be in, especially in jiu-jitsu. It just, for me, when I did it, it's just when I did it early on when I was training, so only a few months in, and it was just it's a shock to the system, right? You can't really rely on your skills as much because a lot of it goes out the window. I'm glad you did well, bro. That's awesome. Matchmaking the champion in each division, including the women's. Oh, matchmaking the champions. So like, who's the next fight? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I feel like it's a lot of them. The thing is, a lot of those kind of pick themselves. That's the problem. God, bringing his wisdom, his religious wisdom in the chat. How are you, bro? Good to see you. Yeah. A lot of those are mostly mostly mate. Yeah, also a lot of them, penned in right now. So it's hard. I like what you're talking about. I think it's just a situational thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like that video idea, but just in terms of doing it now, it's probably not the best time. But yeah, I George, you'll be happy to know, as I said just before you jumped in here, I am planning the awards video. I made a awesome thumbnail. I think I showed that already. I'm not sure. Thumbnail, planning out the nominees and shit, and I'm gonna start writing it probably next month, and I'll do it over the month maybe as a side thing. Swift and emotional downfall of Tony Ferguson. Yeah, it's been done a lot though, and I already did a video on downfalls with him in it. So if I didn't do that, I'd probably do it. Thoughts on the Alan Craig fight? Disappointed but not surprised. Alan fought a very good fight. I have to give him credit. Pretty ballsy to be able to say, fuck it, I'll beat you on the feet, and then also go in there and start working Craig on the mat. That was pretty impressive, I have to say. So I'm impressed with him. Don't really agree with his shit about him hitting his kids and shit, but hey, I don't know, man. In the cage, he's pretty talented. I'll give him that. Wait for 296. So yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Whether I do is I wait for 296, which I'm probably gonna have to. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably start writing and recording some of it, and then I'll add in whatever needs adding in. So I'm almost really hoping for a boring card at 296 now, that I don't have to add any of it into that list. But it's the UFC, it's MMA, man. You know how it goes. Could see a bloody flying fucking triangle or some shit, and immediately have to be submission of the year. He burst out an amazing performance. I agree, John, man. Really well, really impressed me. Yeah, that spinning kick, if I don't know the name in particular, but it's beautiful. And then a great finish as well. Very impressive. A lot of good performances on that card. Morales, he's looking really nice. Love the way, look how calm he looks in the cage. I mean, Jake Matthews is a really good big test. He's a legit striker. Morales, didn't toy with him, but he was just very much in the zone in the whole 15 minutes, and I was very impressed. Who was the Coco man? Jog my memory, guys, so I'm just going to look it up. I literally talked about this earlier today, and I'm still poor from me, guys. I'm telling you. Chase Hooper, that was it. Lovely bit of grappling in that fight, right? I loved it. Yeah, I agree, Brandon. Can't lie, man. It was the grappling exchange. It was just like a pure jiu-jitsu match almost, wasn't it? I loved it. Think about Aspinall's situation. He deserves to fight. He deserves the undisputed title, man. I don't know. It's such a shit one for him. I knew this would happen. I think we all saw this coming because of just Jones being John Jones and the situation he's in. So I don't really know what you do there, right? But for me, Jones being out for 8 months, enough to warrant say, hey, either just, vacate off your own accord or we'll strip you, right? So that's what should happen. I don't think the Stipe fight should be happening. I think that's a waste of time. So I think maybe you feed Aspinall, you feed him Miocic, because Miocic is fit. They can both fight. But Stipe doesn't want it. But the only reason he won't fight him is because he wants that title again. So if you make it undisputed, I reckon Miocic takes that fight on paper. In terms of he'll agree to the fight. Obviously, I think Aspinall will dominate him. But that's I just want to see Aspinall active because he's in his prime and he's probably the best heavyweight we've ever seen, if you ask me. And I've been saying that. You know what I think about that. But would you rather take Tracy Cortez or Alexa Grasso to From? That's an interesting one, because Grasso, I feel like she'd let's say I don't drink, but when I used to, let's say. She'd look after me if I got shit faced, I feel like Tracy Cortez would probably Tracy would just get trashed with me. So I don't know. Fuck it, Tracy. Why not? Him versus Garn, main 300. Yeah, man. Nah, Garn doesn't deserve the shot though, man. That's the thing. He doesn't deserve it. I don't know. It's a weird one. I mean, you just got to do Jones, but you can't because he's out. It sucks, man. It sucks. I just want Aspinall to be champ, and I want him to get some defenses in his book, If with the current situation, I understand the Garn fight. I like that. But Garn doesn't deserve the shot, so Grass on top. How do you mean that metaphorically, bro? But you get what I'm saying, though, right? She's kind of nice. You know what I mean? She'd look after you. Do you know what I'm saying? And she'd be like, I feel like the parents would more approve of Alexa Grasso. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like that makes more sense. She'd cook you up something nice as well. I'd do the same as well. Listen, I like cooking, boys. I'd hope you're on top. Hey, listen, we're not going there. Listen, that's a pipe dream in itself. It's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream scenario. Metaphorically, no, I'm chatting shit, man. Yeah, no. I don't mind. They're both pretty. What about I'm trying to think. No, I don't know. Is there anyone who? I mean, if you had to pick one guy to survive, one fighter to survive in the cage for, you get a minute to survive, and they have to be. I don't know. What's the worst pick you can make there? Ngannou, right? Probably. I don't know. Well, the training Volk, is he in New Zealand? Yeah, I think he's in a private session or an open session ATT. Obviously the private, you'll learn more. But Volk doesn't even train in New Zealand in his camps most of the time. He trains at freestyle MMA in Australia. He trains with Eugene Behrman. There's a big misconception around that. Like, he does do sessions with Eugene Behrman at CKB and trains out there with Izzy and that lot. But his main gym is freestyle MMA. Joe Lopez is the mastermind behind Volk's success. So, but either way, I'd take a private with Volk any day. And of course, I'd take a private over an open. You're gonna learn way more. CM Punk count. I could survive CM Punk, I reckon, for a minute. I don't think that's that hard. He is a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, though. Don't discriminate, man. He's still got a decent grappling pedigree. Nothing crazy, but hey, you got to understand, the UFC is such high level. Of course, he was made to look like an amateur because he's against. I mean, Mike Jackson doesn't count, but Mickey Gall, he's still in terms of as a professional fighter, pretty average, but that's the level. And even at the UFC, he's still destroy CM Punk. That's the difference between you guys, you know? Yeah, I mean, I think I could survive a minute with him. Going against Oliveira, worst comes to worst against him. Nah, the thing is, Oliveira would put you away in under a minute for sure because he can beat you everywhere. And he's so good at stalking. He's the one thing about Oliveira that I think people don't talk about enough is how good he is at controlling the cage and stalking. He plays on, he's always on that forward pressure. He's always stalking, going forward, forward, forward. Those because that's how he caught Gaethje with that 1-2. He's beautiful those knees. It doesn't matter where you take him, he will make it a problem, man. I don't think I would take Charles, man. Wouldn't trust Izzy, man. I'm taking ATT. You don't want to turn into his dog. Hey, man, listen. You run that risk, to be fair, if you go to CKB. You never know. Julio, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Again, I know I said I was alternating streams days and I didn't stream yesterday. It was awkward because I was going to jump on, but then I was like, I don't really want to stream for the fight night. I don't want to have to do a watch along because I don't really care enough, you know? So I was like, oh, I'll just stream tomorrow instead. I know that's 2 days off, but it doesn't really matter. We'll make up for it. True D1 Oliveira Glazer. So you just want to get close to him, huh? You just want to, I bet you want to get submitted by him, man. Basically, of our own weight classes, I'm flyweight, bantamweight. Yeah, but they weigh in at that though, so you got to dehydrate. Relatively hard to pick between that many killers. Thing is, they're still gonna be way heavier than you. If you're a natural weight at that weight, they'll still be way more than you. Because Cejudo, doesn't he walk around like 150, something like that? Like it's crazy. I think he was maybe even heavier than that actually. He rehydrates like a crazy amount because he's very dense. Yeah, I don't know who I'd take. I mean, I could cut to flyweight. But my natural would be a bantamweight, so I don't know. Actually, what's the bantamweight limit in kilos? 135. So what's that? Is that 61? Or is it 66? Am I stupid? Hang on. It's 61. Yeah, I'd have to cut a little bit to get to bantam, but hey. Cheeto smoking might not happening, brother. Not happening. I don't see it. I wouldn't even mind that. I like Cheeto. I like both guys, but for me, I just don't. I think he's going to struggle with the range, man. I think O'Malley will be able to catch him. I know O'Malley's very good at capitalizing on people. You know, you make a mistake, and Cheeto's a very slow start historically. We've seen that. Couldn't even get into his groove against Sandhagen, which is, by the way, it's criminal that he's getting a shot. Wow, he beat Pedro Munoz, 1 win, which is a good win. You're gonna need more than that to get a shot at the bantamweight throne. But hey, money talks, boys. This is how it is. So. Yeah, I think O'Malley tags him. Similar way he tagged Sterling for me. You know. 130 can cut easily. Now you guys better bulk up. So do I, to be fair. I'm like I'm what? I'm like 140, 143. So I need to bulk up a bit. I don't train though. That's what I mean. I don't go gym. You know, I was in jiu-jitsu. I was in shape because of jiu-jitsu, but I haven't trained in ages, so I'm out of shape. But I never go to the gym. You know, I just train twice a week, and I was in pretty decent shape. Had a bit of a belly, but nothing crazy. I just like my food, you know. But you know, you just put on mass and just from eating and training. That was it, really. I didn't even have a good diet. Did all right. That's the thing. If you guys are doing exercise, that's all you need this day. Really, just eat pretty well. Exercise a bit. Obviously, I'm being hypocritical as fuck because I'm really out of shape right now. But once I sort this medical shit, man. Best gym in MMA ever or right now? I mean, AKA is hard to deny. You know, so many good fighters have AKA. ATT as well. AKA is probably would be my pick. There's a lot of good UK ones right now, but I don't think they match up in terms of exposure and amount of talent in there. I don't know. I'm thinking. There's a lot, man. I mean, Sanford MMA or Kill Cliff, whatever it's fucking called these days, they're also up there as well. Sarah Longo, up there too. Is go to the bar with any fighter to be, and why is it Connor? Absolutely not Connor, bro. Bro, Connor would get us chucked out. If I was in a bar with Connor, he'd just get us chucked out. And he just try and force drink me proper 12 the whole night. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, proper 12. It'd just be like waving the bottle in my face. And I'd be like, Connor, fuck off. I think I wouldn't be able to say that because he'd just beat the shit out of me. So, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't be Connor. It'd probably be someone who I could just chill with. I'd probably go, thing is, you'd say go like Khabib because they kind of be chill. Do you know what I mean? At the same time, they'd also be kind of boring. I don't know, man. You got to find the balance between that. You know what I mean? Volkanovski would probably be my pick. I think Volk would be a fucking laugh. Any of the Aussies, to be honest. I don't think I'd go with Tuivasa though, because he'd just drink me under the table and I'd be out. Volk, I reckon, would be a good time, bro. You could have that many major team gyms. Yeah, true. Renegade, no, missing a few years, about 20. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of coming through. Like, as I said, Great Britain top team, Nathaniel Wood trains there. They're really developing really well. They got Simeon Powell in the PFL, who's fighting for the million pretty soon. I believe he's in the final now. Yeah, fighting for the million. They got a lot of good guys. But again, they're coming up as well. They're quite new. They're recent. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Again, it's a growing thing in the UK. I don't need to tell you that. You know that. Yeah, but if you guys have any video ideas, I know I keep asking you guys, but do hit me with it. I mean, honestly, I really value you guys' input. So, if you have any good ideas, hit me up. I got to decide what I'm gonna write. Start writing tomorrow. I haven't even got a clue. So if you guys have any ideas, GBT is one place I want to train at one day. It's expensive, man. But I mean, it's a bitch to get to. If you're even for me, even in London, I'm not gonna roughly tell you guys where I am, but it's annoying as fuck, which it shouldn't be. But yeah, I mean, GBT is really cool. I mean, again, Brad Pickett, he's an OG of the UK fight game. Ashley Graveshaw as well, their jiu-jitsu coach. He's a legend. They're such sound guys and they're really good minds. So, it's a cool place. Get Chad on here. That's a good. I mean, mate, if I could, I would. I'd definitely get him on the pod for sure. That would be awesome. Hey, you don't ask, you don't get. Maybe I'll reach out to him. Fuck it. Strawweight casuals guide is always an option. Yeah, I still haven't done. Did I not do strawweight? I strawweight and bantamweight I haven't done. Shit, I never did strawweight, did I? I did flyweight like ages after, and then it didn't really hit at all. But the thumbnail was pretty crap. I wasn't really happy with it, so I kind of got put off from doing it. What I'll probably do is I think early next year, what I'm gonna do is I'll start the Casuals Guide series again. I'll do each division again, 2024, and then I'll do all of them. And that'll, I think that's a good idea. I think that'll be a shout. So I'll wait until then probably, because it's a little bit late now, because I was gonna have to do it all over again. I'll be out of sync. So I may as well. I know what you're saying. It's dumb I didn't ever end up doing it. I kind of never got around to it. I've had the bantamweight one written for about. I've had that script written for about ages. I've literally got a bantamweight script. I've also got a Alex Pereira documentary, which is like 3/4 finished. So that's done. And the thing is, I've just never touched it. And I've also got a Charles Oliveira video, which I've finished, which is awesome in terms of scripts. And I just haven't made it. And I was gonna make it for 290. What was it? 292. I don't even know what it was. Yeah, 292, but I never bothered. Because Charles got injured. So. But yeah, it will come. It will come. No, 294, wasn't it? I don't even fucking know these days. I lose track. Yeah, it will happen. I appreciate you being here, Bricks, man. Go have your dinner, bro. Food, health is wealth, man. Get that food in your belly. But yeah, I'll make it at some point for sure. It was all about his comeback. So I kind of felt like not doing it was probably the best move, because he got fucking injured. But hey, it will happen one day. I'll get it out. Just take a while, the documentaries. But yeah, I'll give it a crack. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's plenty of videos to do, Alex, one of my favorite fighters. I don't know, man. I like him, but I can't really. Everyone seems to have this. He's got a very cult following. I don't really get it. I've never really gelled with him in the same way as I have other guys. As I said, I like what he's doing, leaning into the whole Powhatan like meme thing with the Easter Island emoji like statue. I like that. It's funny. But for me, I just don't know. There's something missing for Alex. I don't know. For me, just me personally, I love watching him fight. I don't know. He's like 10-1 against Izzy. What is it now? Yeah. I mean, it depends how many of them you count wins. You can talk metaphorical wins. You can talk whatever, man. Oh, man. Piercing, bro. Yeah, he said that, but I don't think he meant it in a like a disrespectful way. I know he did. I mean, he sort of did, but sort of didn't. I think he just wanted him to. He was even praising him. He's like, we don't want him to waste his his prime, and he's right. I don't think Izzy will stay out till 2027, but if he did, that would be a waste of his talent. And that's something that Izzy that Pereira acknowledges. So I don't know. Fuck, man. Right, we're good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Izzy took that the wrong way. I don't think he showered himself in much glory in his reaction to it. You know, he took it the wrong way and started posting about it again. It's like, I don't know, man. He doesn't help himself, does he? So who knows? I don't even know if I want to see that fight again, to be honest, weirdly. You know what I mean? I'm just not that interested in middleweight. Is that crazy? You know, or light heavyweight now, I suppose, if you're talking Alex Pereira. I don't know. I've always preferred watching other divisions. Would you rather fight Francis and Ngannou for 1 minute, and if you survive, you get 1 billion, or fight CM Punk for 1 minute, and so I like get 10K? I'll probably just fight CM Punk. It'll be boring, but a minute's a long ass time. And Ngannou, you know, Ngannou would kill me in a minute. You know, whether that's by knockout or submission, he would kill me. And you're not winning. It's for 1 billion though. You said 1 billion. I thought you said 1 million for a second. Maybe I do take that fight. It's possible. You never know. I doubt it. I doubt it. But I'm fuck it. Yeah, I'll go for the Billy. I'll go for the Billy. It's less like just pull card. What? And then wait for the imminent hammer fist on top. The thing is, the 10K I think is pretty safe. I think you can pretty much guarantee a 10K if you just try and stay on your feet, because he's got to take you down, and I don't think he could get you down that easily. Like, if you're ready for the shot, like you try and I don't know. I feel like you definitely survive CM Punk. So I feel like it's a pretty safe 10K. 1 billion's 1 billion, isn't it? So I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, the chances against Ngannou are very slim. So it's just a matter of whether you're a risk taker or not. One leg kick, my man, is done for. What, if Ngannou throws one, or are you saying if you hit one on Punk? Fucking hell, bro. Oh, God. I forgot about the leg kicks. Yeah, you just get leg kick. Yeah, to be honest, you'd probably just check out after the leg kick, man. Yeah, honestly, I don't see a way you survive Ngannou for a minute. I just don't. Even if he just stalk you, man. You can't run away because you're in the cage, man. So, to be fair, you didn't specify that. So, maybe I'll take the Ngannou. I don't know, man. It's an interesting one. You know, I mean, 1 billion's 1 billion, you know. Why not go for it? We'll just run around for a minute. Yeah, if it's not in a cage, fuck it. You could probably outrun him. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not outrunning Francis. What the fuck am I talking about, bro? He is slow though. Do you know what I mean? He is quite slow. So in terms of he's got a lot of muscle. So if you find a way to tire him out, you know, just by not getting into contact with him, then sure. But if it's in a cage, it's over. Let's be honest, guys. Boston, bro, he's like 270. Yeah, but it's not all about the but he has big ass fucking legs, man. You generate a lot of like just power and drive in them. Those guys are fast, man. I don't know. I wouldn't fancy my chances against Ngannou in any sort of physical capacity, genuinely. Yeah, I'll probably take the CM Punk. Fuck it. It's easy money. It's not easy. You still have to survive, but I feel like you can survive a minute with CM Punk pretty easily. As long as you don't let him take you down, I feel like you're okay. He's not going to knock you out. He's too old for that shit. And then I mean, fuck it. Put that 10K towards something you actually need. I don't know. Unexpected rise of Glover Teixeira. Not really a draw. And I think Patrick Guy already did a video on him and he didn't do that well, you know. Like, he's not, you know, you don't hear people talking about Glover Teixeira anymore. He's not fighting no more, you know. I don't know. Like, even if you packaged it right, you know, like the oldest champ in UFC history or something, the old man who won a UFC title. I don't fucking know, but it, he's not. You know, he's not. Most people don't know him. You know, I feel like you want someone who's recognizable. So I don't know. Great video on John Jones documentary will bang easily. Yeah, it's a pretty safe bet, isn't it? Doing a Jones documentary. Thing is, I don't know what I talk about that hasn't. I don't know. If you did a video on John Jones, it's like you're just gonna be saying what's obvious, you know. I don't know. I don't know if it would bang. It's not as easy as that, you know. I know what you mean. Like in concept, you're like, oh, just a video on Jones. Of course, people will click on it. Yeah, maybe they will, but algorithm might not just want to play around. Maybe won't want to push it. I don't know. I didn't think I thought the Ian Gary video would do well just because of timing wise, because I thought, then fortunately as I put it out, more news came out about the whole Renegade shit, and he was still in the news and in the now, so it did well. That's why I think the McGregor one didn't do as well, because he's not, McGregor's McGregor. People will watch a video on McGregor, but at the same time, he's not really in the news like right now. So I don't know. Hard to say. It's difficult with videos because it's just a matter of circumstance and friends and whatever. You got to find the balance between all of that. 296 preview video. Yeah, I thought about doing those, but I kind of talk about all this stuff on the pod and, on that anyway. And I feel like, I don't know, doing a preview is not really my kind of, in terms of the videos I make, it's not really my kind of shit. So I don't know. Maybe. I've thought about doing that. I did do it once. I did a UFC Casuals Guide to 294 or 293. Which did okay. So I might do that again. It's a bit of a weird title. UFC Casuals Guide to UFC 293. Like you're saying UFC twice. I don't know. These are things you think about when you're trying to title a video, man. It's so stupid. I don't know, man. I mean, there's loads, man. There's loads of stuff I could do. It's the UFC. It's constantly changing, constantly evolving. Who knows, man? Leon dig himself a grave when he's talking about the Gary situation. Nah, he didn't. There's also, yeah, no, but he just busted his tooth, I think. Paddy came out and said he knocked him out, which he didn't, because Leon said he didn't knock him out. And Gary said he had to get a root canal, so I think he just clipped him in the jaw. Must have clipped the teeth, busted a tooth out or some shit. It's what it happens. It's sparring. It's what happens. I don't think. Yeah, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say. Leon's dug himself a grave there. I think he's still held pretty well respected in the public. I didn't like it. The shit he was talking about double champs and that. That was dumb. What's good? Chill Enigma. Hi, or just go. I don't recognize you, man. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. As I say, everyone new here. I try and remember everyone's names as much as I can. So, I do not recognize. Sorry if you've been in here before. Wait, no, maybe you have. No, I do recognize. I think I do remember your name. I take that back. Have you been in it before? I'm pretty sure you have. Do tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I do remember you. Actually. A while back, though. Apologies if I'm wrong. Used to catch a guy to refs. I've done a ref video already. Yeah, but that's what I do remember. Good to see you back in, man. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, MMA refs I've done before. I didn't even do that long ago. I did like a month ago. It didn't do that well, which is a shame. But hey, it wasn't a casuals guide video. But actually, I think it was. I just reformatted it, the title and thumbnail. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at my shortlist for what to make. I don't know. Who knows? I just pick whatever comes to me. I'm like, yep, you know what? And then I just draft the thumbnail, and I'm like, cool, this is what we're going with. And then we just roll with it. Idea generation is important, and I probably don't spend as much time on it as I should. Maybe I'll do one on Leon Edwards. I've done that already, actually. I quite like doing it on a single fighter. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's what I like doing. But at the same time, the thing is, when you video ideas, whatever comes to you, and you just kind of get stuck with a rabbit hole down it, and then when you realize it's not a good idea, you kind of worry about fucking it up. Like the Ian Gary video, I thought halfway through that I might be just wasting my time. I nearly quit that script to try and focus on something else, because my last Ian Gary video did crap. But hey, here it is. It's doing pretty well. Casuals Corner. Hello, mate. How are you? That is the co-host of our podcast, MMA Creators Podcast. We're going to plug it. Go show him some love. Go subscribe to him. Casuals Corner MMA. I can't paste his channel link here, but go and subscribe. Makes good stuff. Video about a certain fighter's title reign, maybe an Usman, GSP, or Anderson. Yeah, that's a shout. I mean, I feel like Usman's a good idea, actually, because his title reign, the more I think about it, it's kind of, this might be a bit of a hot take, but it's kind of been, I feel like it's kind of been tarnished a little bit when you look at the resume. But I think the Colby wins are very impressive, but I think beating Masvidal twice, in hindsight, not that impressive. But his activity has to be praised. I think that's what makes his reign so well received, is because how active he was, and that deserves a lot of praise. GSP's a shout, but the problem is when you talk about a lot of old fights, it's really difficult to get good footage of them, and that sounds weird because you can't use broadcast footage on YouTube or they instantly copyright claim you. And GSP doesn't have a lot of footage outside of that. A lot of the old fights is just only broadcast cameras, and it sucks. In terms of as a YouTuber. Anderson's a shout. Things I've talked a lot about Silver in videos before, so I don't know, but maybe again. And the same sort of problem with GSP's one. It's harder to get good footage of him without getting copyright claimed. That's the problem in this game. Honestly, the UFC are breathing down your necks, man. Good night, bro. Have a good one, mate. Sleep well. Get on that grind, bro. I know you're working hard. How does Prime Woodley versus 2021, 2022 Usman play out? Because Prime Woodley was different. Yeah, man, of course. Prime Woodley's Prime Woodley. I don't know. It's just a good question, actually. Because I feel like Woodley was maybe a bit one foot out the door when he fought Usman, So, and it's weird because it was such a drastic change. Because the one that fought Darren Till was a beast. That's Woodley's best performance. And I don't know. I feel maybe it goes the same way. Usman's Usman, In hindsight, you look how good Usman's reign was. I still feel like Usman would have out-wrestled him. I do. And his striking at that point had developed enough where he was able to hang with guys who were, maybe heavy hitters in the same sort of way. So I still say Usman, but closer fight for sure. Not as dominant as the one that did end up played out. Good question though. I like that. First African pound for pound number one for a reason. Yeah, I'm assuming you meant a P instead of an O there, or a 0. Yeah, no, of course. He's legit as it come, man. I mean, you can't disrespect Kamaru. He broke Anderson Silva's record, of a win streak. There's no disputing that. But I think there are better fighters in terms of just purely title reign, not including the win streak as a whole. As a title reign, there's better fighters out there. I think Volk's title resume was better. And there's same amount of defenses, right? 5? They both on 5? Someone's gonna check me there, but Gary Wonderboy play out. I love that fight, man. I mean, history tells us, Ewan. Is it Ewan? I'm assuming I pronounced that right. The younger fighter is gonna win. And Wonderboy is old, man, but he's still looking good at 41, whatever he is now. So I don't know. I think it's again. I feel like Wonderboy is a lot larger naturally than Gary is. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I need to see them sort of side by side. I'll probably say Gary, just purely on an age thing and the way this game, the MMA game is. But I love the fight, so either way, I love to see it. Full Campbell 5 rounds and he beats Hamzat. Who are you referring to? Usman? Oh, Usman, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Give him 5 rounds. He was growing into that fight massively. Hamzat's cardio is something really to be concerned about because he puts his life into those camps, and still, it's like maybe it's a natural, just a genetic thing, I don't know. And there's plenty of factors that go into that, So and again, as I say, I've said so many times, we don't really see everything that goes into a fight camp. We only see the 15, 25 minutes in the cage, So it's hard to say. All the double champs, which ones actually deserve the chance to fight for it, including the failed ones. Cejudo. Actually, no, Cejudo wasn't double champ at that point, was he? No, he wasn't. What was he? I can't even remember. No, he wasn't. He moved up and fought Moraes after, didn't he? Nunes, I'd probably say. No, Nunes was more of a circumstance of Cyborg, but yeah. Actually, Nunes she only had 1 win. I don't know, man. Who else you put in that list? McGregor, I'd say deserved it purely on it made sense. The fight made sense for the company. That's why I'd say McGregor deserved it. Volk absolutely deserved it. There's no disputing that. He's probably deserved it the most, I don't know who else is there. Tricky one. Easy deserved it as well, for sure. Focus, hello, mate. Oh, I appreciate you. Yeah, there's a lot of picks there. I think we're getting into that era now where a lot of these double champ guys, they don't deserve the shot. Do you know what I mean? Getting a bit old. Like Leon Edwards is calling for it, and I love Leon, bro, but he's calling for that double champ shot. It was a bad look. He did that interview saying there was no one to fight in the welterweight division, which is such a lie. There's so many options. Like Shavkat's there. Like that is the glaring pick. But hey, I don't know. I mean, you could do the Bilal Muhammad. That's an easy title defense. I don't know. I think it's a bit. I get you got to shoot your shot, right? And you don't ask, you don't get. But at the same time, it's like, why not? Why not just go for it? Why not just defend your belt where you are? That's what I say. Double, super fights like that when fighters are moving up, it just holds up both divisions, and it sucks. As cool as the spectacle is, when you do it too much, it just becomes a pain in the ass. So I'm not huge on it personally. But hey, each to their own. I like it in the moment. Like Volkanovski, Makachev, 284. I'm referring to. It's fucking awesome. So Usman deserved to move up. He never let into the kick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, yeah, no, he deserved it. But he was always never going to fight upper division because Adesanya was there. So he said light heavyweight, didn't he? And that would not have played out well for him at all. How does him versus Izzy Alex play out? I think he loses. Just the size difference is big. I know Usman's a big welterweight, but it's 15 pounds the difference between welterweight and middleweight. So I don't know. At least defend about 3 times. Yeah, I think that's a good metric, Chill. I agree. I think you need to establish a bit of dominance in that division and leave no, like, if there's no clear-cut contender, that's that sort of lull in the dynamic of the division where they should be able to move up, yeah. Nakamura's UFC debut, yeah, very impressive. The guy with the blonde hair, right? If I'm not mistaken. Who was it he fought? I remember watching him fight. Very impressive. Freakishly explosive and fast on the mat. I think it lacked a little bit of urgency trying to get the finish, but again, I think that would just come with experience and time. But yeah, he looked awesome. Who was it against that he fought? Fernando Garcia. Yeah, 10-3, like a decent guy. Yeah, he looked very good. I was very impressed by that. Singapore and just Asia in general. I know, just guys from Japan. A lot of good Chinese fighters. Obviously, Zhang Wei Li is the champ. But there's a lot of good fighters coming out of Asia now. That are just really, really impressive. So again, it's a global thing, really. We get the first Indonesian fighter getting that that beautiful finish the other on Saturday. So many good fighters coming through from everywhere, and that's why I love the sport, because it's just globally just growing and growing and growing. Got the stream table, normal table day. The normal day is 9 to 10 p.m. UK time after a pay per view. After a pay per view / video stream once it's finished and uploaded. Yeah. Again, I do want to stick to around the 9-10 p.m. time because it kind of works better for me. After a pay per view. After pay per view, thing is, I probably wouldn't do one after pay per view because, I'll be doing a watch along for quite a lot of the pay per views. I'll be trying to anyway, and I'm exhausted after pay per view anyway. So you got to keep in mind it's like 6 a.m. So I'm fucking shattered. After a video, again, same sort of vibe. I'm kind of like tired at that point because you just kind of mentally check out for the evening. So I don't like doing it on Fridays too much. I might just pick days of the week to stream, at the same time around 9-10 p.m. At least 3 times a week. 3 to 4 times a week. I think that works. I don't know what days. I should schedule for your guys' sake, because it means you don't have to worry about when the hell you're going to catch me on here, man. Because I might just pop up. I might just, might be in, might not. And that sucks for you guys. So I want to apologize for that. Hey, I'm sure we'll figure something out. I'm just not good with scheduling, personally. I'm not working. And I'm sorry also. Sorry the Friday video was out later. I was meant to finish it for out 5 p.m. But I went out for dinner in the evening. I'm thinking I was going to finish it. I was about 20 minutes from finishing before I had to go. So I was like, shit. So I had to finish it in the evening and just get that uploaded. But it was out on the Friday. We're always there. Chill times are the same. Yeah, man. You're blessed. At least for the streams, not for pay-per-views at all. That was, the pain of that. The struggle of being a UK MMA fan. To be honest, a fan of the MMA that's not anyone that's not in the US, you're kind of getting fucked over by time zone. So. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure, as I said, I'm sure I'll sort something out. I'm still pretty consistent with the videos on Friday, but timing wise for stream, I could do better. Like, I am a bit lazy sometimes, so something I need to work around. Do you believe Adesanya's 2027 talk? No. So it took me a really weird time to process. You can take a year outside and come back for yeah. 2027 is just all talk, man. Yeah, he's not gonna waste himself that long. Danish Benjo every morning, basically. Or is that every month? Yeah, effectively, man. Yeah, but we're used to it, isn't it? We're used to those old time zones, man. We're just, we're just trooping through till 6 a.m. with a coffee, and I'm good. I could. I struggled at 295, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you watch me on stream, I am tired by that main event. But you go back and watch the VOD. But at the same time, I had a very, very busy day, so my fault for not preparing. But hey, Usually I'm pretty good at it. I mean, I think back to when I first started watching, man. I fell asleep through the first few cards I watched. You won't catch me dead doing that now. Never. But I don't really care as much about fight nights as I used to because you just keep watching them all the time and it's like, oh, here we go. Holly Holm main event. I don't care. You know what I mean? But and again, as I say, I've said this before, stream when I'm, my life revolves around MMA pretty much 7 days a week because even when the day I'm not working on a Saturday, I'm still watching it. So my life is pretty much always MMA every day. It's awesome, but it's also quite draining sometimes. Sometimes I don't care about the shitty fight night, I'll still end up watching it because I'm a little shill. But hey, fight game draws us back, every time. You can't stop watching it. Only stream pay-per-views when I can be bothered. Yeah. Or it works UK time zones. Nah, I have to, man. For pay-per-views, I'm always streaming them. Like I'm always streaming them for pay-per-views. I don't miss them. But fight nights, I can miss. First event I stayed up late for Woodley versus Till. What a waste of time that was. But good performance from Woodley though. What was the rest of that card? What number was that? I'm gonna guess here. What was that? 230 something? 238? Was that too late? I got that. No, that was Cejudo Moraes. What was it? I'm 228. Oh yeah, I knew the number stuck out to me. Oh, yeah. Okay. What's the rest of that card? Andrade. Oh yeah. Oh, and then first round knockout of Volkanovich. I butchered that. Zabit fought as well. But as a main card, it's pretty stinky. Can't lie to you. Yeah. Sterling on the prelims though, and Tatiana Suarez and Jeff Neal, and Diego Sanchez and Jim Miller and Ariel Aldana. You know what? Not too bad. So that's what I mean. You look at a lot better cards in hindsight. They're just chock full of guys who are now champs or big contenders. It's cool. I wish I remembered the first one I stayed up for. One of the worst ones I remember staying up for was as an MMA fan, I'm quite recent to be honest. By UFC standards, but it was Cejudo Dillashaw. Was not my first by a mark. Like I started watching in 2018, but the first one I just remember staying up for was Cejudo Dillashaw. Was the first event of 2019. Working a little story. It's kind of a story of MMA fighters' redemption story, but I'm losing passion. I'm only one chapter. Oh, you writing a novel, bro? Or is it like That's pretty cool. Was Jessica Andrade have to do to get a title shot, get a few more wins, man. She just got back in the win column for the first time. She doesn't have to do much. She's fought for the belt loads of times, right? How many did she fought for the belt? 3 times, I think. When she beat Namajunas, when she lost to Shevchenko, and also when she lost to Nunes in the ring. That doesn't count as a title shot. Favorite card was 245. Usman Covington 1. That's a great card, man. Great pick, man. 245 is awesome. I think my favorite is probably 261 in terms of just the main card. Because just Usman knocking out Masvidal, Weidman breaking his leg, which is crazy. Jimmy Crute getting a dead leg and his nerve ending getting fucked up. Rose knocking out Zhang Wei Li. That 261 was just awesome. I don't know. There's a lot of good picks though. Honestly, 295 is up there already. 295 was so awesome. It's up there for me. And 290, awesome cards. But I know their recency bias may be kicking in a little bit. 245 was definitely awesome for sure. Great card, man. I don't think I was able to watch it live, though. I don't think I did. When was it? I think I know why. Yeah, I think I was away. I don't think I could watch it, which sucks. This is fucking, Volk, Volk beating Max Holloway. I mean, we didn't know it then, but at the time, that was history, We didn't know what Volk was going to go on and do. But, man, that is the game. Everyone 290, 266. Volk's performance. Who was that? Was that Ortega? Oh yeah, I thought that was 268. What was 268? Oh, that was Usman Covington too, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. I mean that Volk performance against Ortega was awesome. I mean, when you say performance, I was thinking more. I hope I got this. Was it 276 or was it 273? Yeah, I think it was 276. That was Volk in the co-main. Volk Holloway 3, man. That for me is the best performance in MMA history, I think. Just in terms of how much he outclassed, max, without a significant size advantage or anything. Like, it was just pure raw ability, and it was just beautiful. 2022 Usman and Volt were different. Imagine those two fighters mixed to make one fighter unstoppable. Yeah, but you think it's at the same time. Yeah, I mean, it's hypothetical, isn't it? I mean, yeah, you could say that, of course, but I think a lot of them, what makes them both so good isn't necessarily their natural ability. It's just their heart. It's their work ethic, man. How many fights still gone? Fights for a title. He needs one more. No, I think one more, because he's still such a top contender established already. He already has that clout and respect. So I think one more would do it to him. If he beats Almeida, he'll get a shot. I think so. But yeah, he is also being, as you say, he's being held up there with Jones, Stipe, and Aspinall. Heavyweight's just now in a weird spot, and it's the UFC's own doing, really. I think if you strip Jones, you solve that problem, but they're not going to do it because he sells pay-per-views. So, and the fact Stipe's only insisting on fighting Jones, it just fucking sucks. But hey, oh man, I don't know. This is you get these scenarios every couple of years, with the UFC. Of where do you really go with some of these divisions, because they get in a weird just dynamic. I should think of another example of that. Probably the flyweight. The flyweight belt was getting passed around like crazy. That was back in the day. A lot light heavyweight was probably the worst example recently with Jamal Hill, vacating, Teixeira beating Prochazka. Oh no, sorry, Prochazka beating Teixeira and then vacating, Jones vacating, and so on and so on. 300 people already screwed off title fights at the beginning of 24 being announced. I know, it's scary, isn't it, man? Like, you think they'd really plan around it, but I just don't want another pitfall like they had with 200. The fact the guy's too much. Yeah, I think one more. I think if he beats Almeida, I think he'll probably get a shot. And hopefully by that point, Aspinall would have dismantled Jones or been promoted to undisputed champion, whether that's by getting the win or not. And then he'd fight Garn, because I like him. I like that. I love that fight versus Garn. I think sells a shit ton. I love it. I think it's an awesome card. Awesome fight, sorry. And I think you know how I feel. How I'm saying Aspinall beats him, man. Of course I'm saying it. Aspinall's better than him on the feet and on the mat. And I said it, same thing against Pavlovich. Garn's a better striker than Sergey too, but he doesn't have the knockout power, and Tom does. So DJ never lost to Triple C. He would be a champ. I mean, I don't know. I think, yeah, he has the ability, but I think the reason he wouldn't have been is only because there's him and his relationship with himself and Dana White were gone at that point. So he was kind of glad to be out of there. I think, it's no secret that their relationship was awful. Him and Dana, pay disputes. I mean, what kind of boss publicly shit talks one of their own champions and the pound for pound king out to TMZ, But I think at that point, it's kind of fucked, right? So I don't think DJ would have stayed. I think he probably would have just vacated and fucked off. Hey, who knows, though? Who knows? Maybe if DJ never left, we would have never had Ben Askren, which means we would never had Masvidal, and we never had so on and so on. That's the fight game, man. It's the butterfly effect. But I don't know. I would love to see DJ still be here, because he's just a legit dude. He's inside and out of the cage, man. Legend of the game. But, apples and oranges. I think O'Malley won that fight versus Jan. No, not at the time, but I have watched it back, and it was closer than I remember. But I still think Jan won. So, yeah, I do think he was hardly robbed a little bit, but it was a closer fight than when I was watching it initially. But, hey, again, judges, man. Butterfly effect. Yeah, as you say, George. But I mean, who would have known? If O'Malley didn't get that decision, we wouldn't be where we are. And you could argue the bantamweight division is in a better spot with O'Malley as champ. So who's going to complain, right? I don't know. We can do ifs and buts all day. It's at the end of the day, what we've got is what we've got. Let's just appreciate it while it's here. Come on, DJ Frank against Moreno Pantoja. He beats both of them for me, for sure. I think Pantoja we struggle with it a little bit more, but I think he'd beat both of them, for sure. I mean that purely on a grappling sense, because Pantoja's jiu-jitsu is very, very, very good. But no, I think DJ beats both of them. I do. You gotta understand, this is a guy who went to an open weight IBJJF tournament, just pulled up. He's a brown belt, by the way, jiu-jitsu, and just destroyed everybody in an open weight competition. Like, he's a once in a lifetime athlete. You don't get guys like Mighty Mouse. It's such a difficult thing to do. Everyone says jiu-jitsu is less about weight, which it is. It's less about weight than other martial arts, but it still matters. And when you're rolling with guys who are way more heavy than you, it's gonna be something you got to go work around. But the thing is, DJ never accommodated for that. You know, he was able to. You know, it didn't matter. It doesn't matter how heavy you are. DJ's gonna beat you anyway. You'd have to work around it or try not to lose. He's going to win, and that's what he did. It's crazy, and he acts like it. He acts like it's just regular business. Butterfly Effect versus Reyes of Jones. I know, man. Who knows, man? Reyes' confidence would have been through the roof. You beat the greatest of all time. Jones's legacy down the shitter. Stayed for a rematch, maybe. Yeah, maybe wouldn't have got heavyweight Jones. It's crazy to think about, isn't it? Imagine being his first opponent. You see him pull up back. I just give up. Yeah. To be honest, no, I wouldn't. I'd be fanboying, bro. Are you kidding me? I'd be gassed as hell. Obviously, he'd submit me in about 20 seconds flat, but I will tell you, if you roll with people who are like 10 years experience or like professionals, you will never feel as helpless ever as you are rolling with those guys, even if you've got a bit of experience, because they will dominate you in every facet and make you quite literally helpless. And it is the most sobering experience you could ever go through. I can almost recommend everybody to do that. You know, get on the mat and roll with the best guy there, and just you never trained before, and just appreciate how good they are, because it makes you realize how fucked you are if these guys get a hold of you ever. Not even close. But that's the thing I recommend people doing, because it's a necessary experience to go through, like just mentally. You need to realize, because a lot of people say, "Oh, I'll just see red and beat people up." No, that's not how it goes. Unannounced until like a few weeks before as well. What, the Mighty Mouse thing, the Jiu-Jitsu thing? That's cool as well. I think Garn will be most difficult to fight Aspinall. Nah. I think Almeida's a hard fight for Aspinall than Garn is. Aspinall's better on the feet than Garn is. I don't think Aspinall even struggles with Garn on the feet. I really don't. And I think he takes him down at will and subs him. So, hey, that's how I see it. But I think Almeida's a harder fight for him. DJ's the most well-rounded fighter of all time. Yeah. I could go with that for sure. Oh, I am. I was gonna have to call it a night there. I'm fucking shattered. Yeah, it's been a lovely chat. I appreciate you guys being on here. I'm glad I could get on the stream. I made myself get on. I was like, you know what? No, we're doing the stream. I said I promised myself and to you guys I would get one on. So I'm glad you guys could jump on. Appreciate you being here. Really having a good morning, evening, night, afternoon. You know the drill. We'll be streaming most other days. You know, I won't really tell you when, because I'm not good at that, but it will happen. You know, we'll be here. Similar around time, 9-10 p.m. UK time. But I appreciate you guys being here. Actually, this is the last one. People that see red annoying, I just want to get them in the ring and see if put them against Ngannou and they won't be laughing. That's why I see it. Can't ask him around. Nah, man, I disagree. I think his kickboxing is not even as. I know he's kickboxing champ, but I think Aspinall beats him anyway. First time watching new stuff to ever tune back in. Appreciate that, man. I hope you enjoyed the videos, because we do them every Friday. I'm very proud of those, and they take a lot of work. So we stream pretty much every other day, at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Still working that schedule. I'm not great at it, because I've only been streaming for like a month or a bit over. We do the podcast every Sunday as well on the MMA Creators channel, which you can find in my channel bio. We talked everything about the fights today, so that's just gone up a couple of hours ago, so you can go and watch that if you really are that interested. Obviously, you're not forced to. But I appreciate you being here, and thank you for stopping by, man. I hope to see you in here soon. Oh, you said was no. Anyway, guys, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you soon.